Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with me today. Y'all know early summer is well on its way. And with that comes lots of work. And dare I say, this is one of my favorite times of year. Actually, no. I have, in my older age, I've come to love all the times. The slow times, the hard times, the sad times, the good times. They're all in the plan, right? Look at the berries coming. There's me another one. Y'all let me know how it is where y'all are. The one thing this drought has not hurt this year is the wild blackberries. They are so sweet and juicy. Like the juiciest I've had in, I'd say, the last 2 or 3 years. They are fabulous. So I hope this is an indication of what our tame blackberry is going to be, because they ain't been good the last couple of years either. Boy, what a good breakfast. That's all right. But yeah, so on the list today, more pickles. Dill pickles, that is. I ain't ready for my 14-day pickles. We'll make them soon enough. Hopefully, if the cucumbers hold out. Still no rain. Some in the forecast possibly, just like it's been being in this little part where we are. It just seems like it's kind of going around us, and well, sometimes it's just like that. But for now, me and Tiger, wherever she went, are on our morning stroll. I just seen my indication it definitely ain't gonna rain. Mr. Turtle's down here in the spring. What's up, Mr. Turtle? How you today? Are you camera shy? Or you want to say hello to the folks? Hey, buddy. They always say, you see a turtle going uphill, it's gonna rain. You see a turtle sitting in the water, it definitely ain't gonna rain. Pool Creek. Y'all look at this. The creek is usually up to here. The creek is usually all that across there is underwater. We've never had a sandbar right here on the side of this bank. So yeah, it's low. You can see there where it usually goes up to, where those rocks stop. That's where the water usually goes. There's usually some little crawdads right in here. See if I see any this morning. You get a line, I get a pole, honey. You get a line, I get a pole, babe. I believe I see one right there if you don't run. Look there. There he is. You get a line, I get a pole. We'll go down to the crawdad hole. Honey, baby mine. Happy this morning, it ain't hot. Tiger's happy about it too. She is a 70-degree dog. She don't like it when it's cold, she don't like it when it's hot. Do you, Tiger? Well, one cool thing about mud holes, you can always tell who's been by. How many of y'all can tell me what kind of tracks that is? He's probably in what's left of that hole eating them tadpoles. I think everything's getting hungry. The deer, all the wildlife. We ain't swimming this morning? All right. Y'all see why I say the deer are getting hungry? These are our strawberry plants over on Berry Hill. In all the years that we've had Berry Hill, that's one thing we've never had an issue with, is deer out here. And we always blamed it on having the pigs right there. Maybe it scared them, but they're extra hungry because of the drought. So they're getting braver and coming up here. So we've got a deer alarm there, and one on the other side of that elderberry bush. Because we found their tracks. They're coming up this road from down there and coming over here and eating. So hopefully those deer alarms usually do the trick, but where they're so hungry, if they get used to them, they'll figure it out. They ain't exactly dumb. So hopefully it'll work long enough though. More breakfast, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. The blueberries are also great this year. Last time we had a drought, they dried up. Little berries did, but they're good. Oh, starting to change. Boy, I better start keeping my eyes on the Japanese beetles. Will eat them up. These are our tame ones up here on Berry Hill. They're bigger than the wild ones usually. Oh, do you have one for me too? Is that a black kitty? No, that's a Thomas. What up, Tom? Hey. You not gonna let me rub you today? Not today? Okay. That's fair. Come here. Can I rub you today? He's one of those cats, like, some days you can rub him, some days you better not. Jacob's favorite is the blueberries. He's out there picking him some to eat with his lunch today. And then Maggie's getting Ty out so he can get his daily pampering.
Yeah.
The Farrier's actually coming this evening to work on them. So I'm gonna get on my soapbox here for a second. I don't get on soapboxes about much. But these horses are old. Both of them are old. They're around 30 years old, give or take a little bit. We don't ride a lot anymore. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care if we ride or not, a horse's feet's gonna get taken care of. A horse is nothing without their feet. Without their feet, they're crippled. There's nothing, they can't do anything. And so one of the most important things you can do for your horse is to take care of their feet. No matter their age, no matter how much you ride. I ain't saying put shoes all the way around them every 6 weeks, all the time. But take care of your horse's feet. A lot of people want a horse. Horses are beautiful. Horses are fun. You know, people want a horse. Horses are upkeep. There is upkeep to them. And like I said, one of the main things you got to realize, you got to have a farrier. You need to make sure you've got that lined up before you ever bring a horse home. You got to have a farrier. You got to have somebody that's going to come trim their feet, because their feet never ever stop growing. Now you're going to have some horses that have better feet than others. Ty, for example, Maggie's horse, his feet he has really good feet. And So he's going to get a little trim today. Quasi has really bad feet. He always has his whole life. They grow plumb crooked. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hey, baby. And so it's been a little long. My farrier, he stays pretty busy. So I've been waiting on him about a month to come. But you can see that one right there. They're in, I mean, I've seen horses' feet in worse shape. But for me, this is bad enough that, you know, it's actually a little longer than I like to let his feet get. I cannot stress enough, if you're gonna have horses, you got to take care of their feet. Clean water, good nutritious food, taking care of their feet. Those are your 3 top priorities. Like I said, I don't get on many soapboxes, but that's a mistake I see a lot of people make, and a lot of people, that's a part they don't pay attention to. But you got to take care of your horse's feet. Okay, I'm down off my soapbox now. Let's do some garden work. We're gonna go through. I'm sure today that I've got enough cucumbers to make at least 1 jar of pickles. That's why I like to save that brine, like y'all saw me do. I think it was in the last video. So let's go through, pick some cucumbers. Well, there is from cucumber patch number 1. Now we'll head over to the white cucumbers. See what we get over there. Perfect pickle size. Well, there's the final product. The bucket's about almost half full, I guess I'd say. Maybe a little more. Got a plenty to eat on. I'll make my pickles out of the little ones. Perfect. But you can't have dill pickles without the dill, so let me give me a handful of this. I won't need but a couple of sprigs. It don't take much. Yep, that'll be a plenty. I love the smell of dill. I love it. It just smells so, I don't know, it smells so good. Dump those into some nice cold water. So this is my brine, like I said, left over from the other day, and I'll make sure to put that recipe down in this description. It's also a full how-to video. Like I said, I think it was the last video. And I also have others. I've been making dill pickles like this for many years, so there are many videos on our channel of how I make my dill pickles. But I'm going to pour this brine into my pot. It looks pink like that because of the Redmond's real salt that I use. Gives it, the minerals in it give it that pink color. So I'm going to cut my heat up to high. We want that good and hot. Now we're going to take our lovely dill that we picked out there a while ago. Put that right in the bottom of our jar. So now where I'm doing a quart, I'm going to take just a couple of cloves of garlic. These are kind of thin cloves. If it was a big old fat clove, like some you get at the grocery store or something, you could probably get by with just doing one. But where these are kind of thin, alright, so now I've got my dill and garlic in the bottom of my jar. I always cut the bloom part off of my pickles, because if any little trace of that bloom is left, you're going to have soggy pickles. And that's never the goal. So to be on the safe side, I just always cut that little part off. About the biggest I like to do when I'm doing whole pickles is about like that. That's the biggest I'll do them, just because what I've found with this recipe anyway is they get soggy in the middle of the cucumber. So I just try not to do them any bigger than that. I believe we picked the perfect amount this morning. I've made these things so many times though, y'all. At this point in my life, I could about do it with my eyes closed. I hope when the cucumbers start coming in hot and heavy in the next week or two that I can make several jars. But the good thing about this particular dill pickle recipe, you can do it a jar at a time if you need to. If you don't make but one jar of pickles from your garden, that's still pretty satisfying, ain't it? I think after this, I'm gonna make a little slaw to have for supper tonight. We had just the absolutely most perfect amount for a jar of pickles. Now I will tell you, and I don't even remember if I said this on the other video, but this recipe here, you can use it for wedges, slices. You can try to use it for the bigger dill pickles. Like I said, we just didn't like the texture of them, like the whole ones. But I've used it for slices, like hamburger chips. I think that's what they're called, right? Those kind of dill pickles. And I've used them for wedges, and it's good with all those. types of ways you want to cut your cucumbers. So now what we're going to do for our pickles is 2 more cloves, the thin cloves of garlic, or a big fat one if that's what you got. The rest of my dill, there's no measurement on the dill. I just put enough to cover the bottom and then stuff as much as I can in the top. About like that. Perfect. My brine is boiling. I want it hot. I mean hot. But these cucumbers are not out of the refrigerator, so this glass is not cold. That's something you do have to watch for the best dill pickles. For you to be happy with your pickles, you want to go from the garden straight to the jar as quick as you can. I have found that makes the best pickles. Your pickles should be water bath. Do as I say, not as I do. But if you do decide to do it my way, again, make sure this brine is hot, hot, hot. Very hot. And I've got enough left, I believe, to do me 1 more jar, so it'll go back in the fridge. It ain't going to hurt a thing that I've warmed it up again. If anything, it's going to be a better brine because everything's going to be more together. There it is. Another one bites the dust. Alright, let's make some slaw. I'm anticipating possibly having us some fresh green beans for supper tonight, and there's nothing that I could think of that would go better with that than some good slaw. Now, I ain't funny about a whole lot of stuff. As far as food goes, I'm not a picky person, but I'm a little funny about my slaw. There's only certain slaws that I will eat. What people call deli slaw is not one of them. So anyways, let me show y'all how I make slaw. So this is a piece of one of our cabbage heads you saw us harvest the other day. Oops. Sometimes I chop it up with a knife. Sometimes I do it this way. It just depends on how the mood strikes me. I still make it about the same way, no matter how I decide to cut up the cabbage. I could totally do this in my food processor, but for whatever reason, the last time I tried to do that, which has been a few years ago now, so I should probably try again, it's like it drawed the water out of the cabbage or something, I don't know. It was very watery, and I was not impressed. So, here I am, doing it this way. So we're going to do a good, what would be a spoonful of mayonnaise. The DG did not have the big container of Dukes, and I ain't been to the grocery store, so that's what we get, the squirt kind. Big old spoonful of mayonnaise. Spoonful of sour cream. Now, when you're making slaw, every single ingredient in this slaw is to taste. Black pepper, I throw it to it because I love black pepper. Salt. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Some sugar. A good tablespoon and a half of apple cider vinegar, and a splash of milk. I'm gonna get all this mixed together, see what it looks like, see what I need to add. That's just kind of your starting point. I can tell you right now, I believe I'm gonna need some more vinegar. Now it just needs a quick taste test, and of course the longer it sits, the better it's going to get. Just a little more vinegar and we'll be right. I like to taste a little vinegar in my slaw. Perfect. All right, that's gonna go in the fridge. That'll be good with our supper. Well, I just walked through the green beans. We're definitely gonna have enough for supper tonight. And my partner in crime showed back up. He's been at work all day today and showed up just in time to help me pick some green beans.
Ain't that the truth? If I'd have known, I'd have found a little bit more work to do right before I come home.
Whatever. You'd rather be in the garden anyway.
I know. I'm just picking with you. I'm pretty sure that yard has lost the shade of green today. Goodness.
You should see the pasture.
I know that bush hogging, that's what I've been doing, was a big bush hogging job. And gosh, it was so dusty. First thing this morning, I got started this morning about 6:30. And it was perfect. Cool, everything was good. But as soon as the sun come up and started hitting everything, it got so dusty. My eyes are full of dust right now. It's crazy. But, well, one thing's for sure though. The garden looks good.
Well, thanks to you keeping it watered.
And we planted three more rows? Yeah, three more rows of sweet corn on this side where the cabbage was. And I planted my okra over there the other day. So all the cabbage over there is gone and replaced with corn.
So here are our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful green bean plants. They're probably the prettiest green bean plants we've had in the last 2 or 3 years, wouldn't you say?
For sure. Look in there. Ain't those pretty? Pretty long and straight. Just look at that. They're loaded, ain't they?
Yeah, they are. I just want enough for a pot full tonight, though. We're not getting carried away.
Okay.
These jade beans are stringless, so they're pretty easy to handle. They only get strings in them if you let them get too big. You need to put your tops back in that bucket or that bowl or something here. I'll move.
All right. You want to put them in this?
Yeah. Not the tops.
Right. It's been a while since you've done this.
I love fresh green beans better than about anything.
They're all pretty good. Goes a whole lot faster than shelling peas, don't it?
Yep. That it does. I got some orders I gotta get down there and do when we get done with this.
Alright. Well, I reckon I can help you pack him too. Then I think I'm going.
It ain't get through.
I think I'm gonna mow. These are about the prettiest beans I've ever seen.
They are pretty.
They got no spots on them.
They're spring beans. So usually they start getting them spots when it gets
Some,
later in the summer. The first ones are always the prettiest ones, I think.
well, they sure are pretty. They look better than what we had last year.
Yeah, we didn't even hardly have none last year. But we didn't plant none of these last year either.
Seen Jacob's little green beans? They're starting to run.
Mm-hmm. You'll have cucumbers before long too. I picked several this morning. Also made me I don't know what it's called. Sliced up some cucumbers and onions and salt and pepper and vinegar and sugar and mixed them together. Boy, it's good.
I don't know what that's called either.
I don't know. I don't even know if it has a name, but it's good. It's one of them things. The longer it sits, the better it is. You gonna have us a good pot full?
I think plenty. Plenty. There they are.
You beat me.
I beat you.
We got 2 left. Oh yeah, perfect amount. Look at that.
Perfect.
There we go. Perfect pot full. We'll cook those here in a little bit.
I'll take them tops to the pigs or chickens. They look like something good for the chickens.
Yeah, they'll like it. So one thing when you're cooking fresh green beans, if you like them the way we do, cooked plumb to death, then give yourself at least an hour of cook time for them. If not, they're still kind of not hard, not done enough though. So we'll get these cooking here pretty soon. Being very slow today.
It said you've only got a few to do, so we're going to make you spend as much time as possible. How's the package? I need a ladle.
Did you hear what I just said?
Right. What'd you say?
I said, well, while we're waiting on that one, I'm going to go ahead and get this next 2 ground coffees for Chris. What size package is that? Over 3?
Yeah. 3 sausages.
2 ground coffee. You got 2 of them, right?
Yep.
Nice.
This ladle.
Yes. Alright, real quick before my farrier comes, I'm going to show you how we're going to get these green beans started. I'm going to first just cover them. So my pot is about half full of beans. I'm going to cover my pot almost to the top with water. And what we're really going to do is we're going to cook the water out of these things. Got a couple pieces of fat back. We're gonna throw that in there. Salt. Pepper. We'll have to add more once it's cooked, but bacon grease. Good spoonful there. We're going to cover these up, let them come up to a boil, and then bring them back down to a simmer. And they're going to simmer probably hour, hour and a half. They're going to be good. They're going to be so good. Well, we've got them out. Swansea's over here in the shade. Everybody's patiently waiting now.
This is where I get my piece.
Probably kind of satisfying too.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah. All right. A nice pedicure for the old man. Ty's got pretty tough feet. Quasi does not, so Quasi still gets shoes on the front. Don't you, buddy?
Pork and more pork. Uh-oh. More pork.
That's what you said you wanted.
You can't go wrong with tenderloin or hog jaw. Fresh green beans.
Yeah, they turned out good. So
Fresh
my green
potatoes.
beans, they cooked about an hour and a half, and they are the perfect consistency.
These potatoes are gonna be good. That's
Yeah,
they
those
smell good.
Them ones we dug recently.
Where's your cabbage at?
Right there in the slaw.
Oh, so you're eating it in slaw form.
Yeah, it's in slaw form. Don't worry. That just don't look too shabby.
No, it don't. You reckon you got enough green beans?
Yeah, I like green beans.
Look at mine.
But y'all, I guess that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I learned a little something. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with us today. Till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.